This is impossible. Number two, in the beginning of Christianity, there's something called Christian art. All the churches, they preserve until now, ancient churches, icons made from stones. We call them mosaic. They exist everywhere in the East. Those mosaic, they have words and pictures telling the story. You will see that they are drawing the person with this mosaic and what he is saying to Jesus. And they draw Jesus with this mosaic and what he is saying to this person. So even the verses is written in art. And this was all over, in Jordan, in Jerusalem, in Syria, in Turkey, everywhere. How all of those, they did it together. Then we jump to different point. The Quran speak about the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. What the Quran says? It was made to appear to them that he was crucified. You know, guys, this is a proof that the Bible is truth. You know why? It was made to appear to them, which means we saw Jesus in the cross. We saw Jesus was crucified because the Quran saying that it was appeared to us. And guys, are we liars if we say Jesus is, crucified? Because we saw it? That's what we saw. That's what the Quran even saying. It made to appear to us by who? By Allah. Allah is a liar again. Here we go. Allah is a cheater again. Here we go. Allah is playing games with us again. What is my fault if I have in my book that Jesus was crucified because it was appeared to me? Is it my fault? Who is the dishonest? Me or Allah the liar? Then we jump to different option or question. Do Allah knew that by making Jesus crucified in the cross, he will create people who they are more than 3 billion human beings believe in him that he was crucified? Do he knew or not? So who is the one who deceived us according to this story? Allah or Satan? Allah. Because the one who made it appear to us was not Satan. It is not the game of Satan. It is not Satan who said, oh, you know what, this is Jesus, but it's not him. It was Allah game. This is why Islam is the most stupid religion. All what the Muslims need, just think for half hour. Baluta, what do you think, sir? You as a Muslim, after what you heard from me, I want to hear your answer, please. Baluta, your mic.
No, I agree with you. Seriously, I swear, I never thought about this. I always repeat and say myself, Bible muharraf, but I never thought about, like, if it's corrupted, that's insulting Allah. And let me think about it. That's all. I agree with you, but don't think I agree about everything you say. But this point, I agree with you. If it's corrupted, like, you can't say 3 billion Christians now because the Quran came, but I have the question about the 600 years that before the Quran, what happened to these people? But people after Quran, they should know that it's muharraf or corrupted. And I'll let me think about it. I'll ask about it.
You know, Baluta, listen, it is not only the 600 years. Let us assume that Muhammad, he came day after Christ was crucified. Let us assume that. It doesn't matter no more. Because we will not believe in Muhammad saying that to us because we saw it in our eyes. You know what my point? If I show you somebody, he look exactly the same, crucified in front of you. And then I come to you and say, you know what, I am a messenger of God, and it was not him. You will believe me? Or you will believe your eyes? You know what I'm saying? Nobody will believe it even, because the lie is too big. Allah making someone look exactly like Christ, exactly him, with his voice, his hair, his eyes. Even his mother, she was in the front of the cross, she spoke to him, she did not recognize it's him or not. The Muslims say he cloned someone, look exactly like him. So even if Muhammad came 1 hour after the crucifixion, nobody will believe it, because they will say, listen, you stupid, we saw him, we killed him, all of us, we know him, he isn't from us, we spoke to him for 30 years, we know exactly his look, his voice, it is him. So even this will not work. And Baluta, just 2 days ago, we have a guy like you, he came to our room, and he heard what he heard, and he accepted the Messiah. So I want you to think again, you know. I advise you right now to leave this cult. Because as you see, we are not making things up. What we say is very valid, is very true, and we are proving that from their own book. So I advise you today before tomorrow to leave this cult. This is a big fat lie. Islam is a stupid religion made by man for the man. This is why, actually, what a woman, she said to me, a girl, she left Islam in this room, she said to me, you know, I'm leaving Islam not because only I listen to you or talking to you. I'm leaving Islam because I discovered that Islam is a religion made by man for the man. This is what it is. This is a man, his name is Muhammad, seducing those Bedouin men around him, fight, kill for me, and you will get 72 women in heaven. Guys, imagine if I can make thousands or millions of people work for me, and I will to them, I will pay you in heaven, okay? Yeah, you know, build my house, you see, build me a big house, swimming pool, etc. And listen, a lot of females in heaven, a lot of females, money, gold, whatever you want in heaven, okay? See you after death, bye-bye. This is what Muhammad is doing. Where is Baluta? He left? Okay, let me get his name. Maybe the Muslims, they start threatening him. Let me see, where is his name? Go back. Go ahead, New Testament. Let me find his name.
Okay, thanks, Christian Prince. One of the strangest things in this is that the Quran says something about the Bible, and Muhammad says something else. Very strange how a prophet doesn't agree with his book, or his book doesn't agree with the prophet. There's an ayah in Quran, statement in the Quran. It says, of course, here they say that this statement is talking to the Jews and the Christians, and it says that you will count for unless you keep the Torah and the New Testament. And very strange how Muhammad didn't read his book. It seems to me he didn't read his book very well, to see that his book actually is telling the Jews and the Christians to keep their book, to keep the book. This statement is not in a hadith, it's from the Quran itself, I'm going to say it in Arabic, and Christian Prince, maybe you can help me with the first few words, which says, وَمَا أَنْتُمْ عَلَى شَيْءٍ إِلَّا أن تقيموا التوراة والإنجيل. In other words, it's telling the Jews and the Christians to keep the Torah and the Injil. Now, why would the Quran talks to the Jews and the Christians, tells them keep the Torah, keep the Injil? It just doesn't make sense at all. The Prophet is saying something, and yet the Quran is saying something else. The Bible is corrupted. This is a lie that Muhammad come up with, that the Muslims come up with, telling their followers don't read the Bible because it's corrupted. This is an evil lie come from the very pit of hell, because the Bible is true. And Satan knows it's true, and Satan knows that that the truth